The complicated history between Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers has been well documented. The former #1 overall pick forced his way out of the city last season after a turbulent 4 seasons with the franchise and was eventually traded for James Harden. After officially returning to the court with the Brooklyn Nets, expectations are beginning to be set for Simmons. One game that everyone has their eyes on will be November 22nd when the Nets travel to Philadelphia. As it turns out, Simmons is no different and also has the matchup circled on his calendar. In a recent interview with Nick Friedell of ESPN, Simmons discussed a variety of topics but went more in depth about Philadelphia than he previously has. The former Defensive Player of the Year runner-up acknowledged the lack of relationship he had with Joel Embiid, opened up on the concerns for his shooting, and his experience in Philadelphia as a whole. Upon being asked if he is looking forward to the November 22nd matchup in which Simmons will take the court against the Sixers for the first time, Simmons replied, I can't wait to go there. Yeah, but for me, everything's an experience and a learning situation. So for me I am able to learn something that I've never been through before. I've never been traded and played against a team that I got traded from. Kev has, KY has, a lot of guys have, but I've never been in that situation, so you have to go through it. KY went back to Boston, and he didn't play well, but it's a lot. We want to go out there and prove everyone wrong, per Nick Friedell of ESPN. Simmons returned to Philadelphia last year. This November 22nd matchup will not be the first time Simmons returns to Philadelphia nor the first time taking the court against the Sixers. The Philadelphia crowd let their feeling known to the LSU product with Ben Simmons chants showering down from the rafters. The 3-time All-Star was asked for his thoughts on this and put it, "That's when I didn't play, right? I don't really know how I felt, because I don't take it personally. I don't know them. They know the basketball side of me, but that's not who I am as a person. And that's the competitive nature of being in a hostile place like Philadelphia, you know? I was drafted there. It ended in a way where not everyone was happy about it, but that's basketball, right? Chuckles. Like I don't know if that's happening in Indiana or anything like that. It was a disastrous matchup for the Sixers, or they were blown out 129-100 while Simmons watched from the sideline. Brooklyn shot an impressive 56% from the field and 45% on 3-point attempts in the matchup. James Harden struggled in his first matchup against his former team, ending with just 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting 3-17 from the field. Sixers fans chant, CK Ben Simmons. This game also played a role in the legal battle behind the scenes as Simmons sought compensation for the time he did not take the court with the team. Simmons and the Sixers ultimately reached a settlement, and the former Rookie of the Year recouped an unnamed portion of the $20 million that was being withheld. Nets vs Sixers Preseason Battle. After missing the entirety of last season with back injuries and other issues, Simmons took the court for the first time this season against the 76ers. The preseason debut occurred in Brooklyn, but there still were some boos floating around the area that presumably came from the Philadelphia faithful. Simmons played 19 minutes in the matchup and ended with 6 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal. He shot 3 for 6 from the field and missed both of his free throw attempts. The Sixers picked up the 127-108 victory in the preseason opener, with some reasons for optimism for both teams being put on display. There are sure to be a ton of eyes when the Nets and Sixers face off on November 22nd this year. The lengthy list of connections and history between the two sides is evident, and the bad blood is still there. Simmons obviously feels the same way, and the matchup cannot come sooner for all parties involved.